Hey Rudy, so today I am here to share a book haul with you guys. So I actually bought a big order from kidsbooks.com, which I'll talk about here in a second, and then I also got a few books from Amazon. So I'll link all of these on Amazon, but 100% I would recommend getting in the habit and making sure that book that you're looking for isn't on kidsbook.com. This isn't sponsored. I've posted multiple orders with them. So these books are at a super discount, and I'm not talking like Target clearance discount where it's just like 30 cents off or something like that. I'm talking about actual discounted books where it is like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, who knows how many dollars off of the book price. Most of the books that I get are like at least 50% off, if not more, and all the books that I have for you today are hardcover. You're giving them a lot better home than them just going into the landfill or something like that. Highly recommend that website. So all of these books are hardback. Those range anywhere in price from $16 to like $22, just depending. So I'm going to tell you what each price of each book was, kind of give you a little idea of what the book's about, because I did read through all of these, and we're just going to try and get through these as quick as possible. So the first one is a Christmas book, but I didn't want to buy it full price because it wasn't going to get here in time for Christmas this year, but it's called The Tree That Is Meant to Be. Very adorable book. I love the illustrations in it. If you have Stumpkin, which is about a pumpkin at Halloween time, it's very much along those lines. But here's a look at the illustrations. And the only thing that I noticed, oh, I love that one. The only thing I noticed on this book was that it has a little tear right up there in the corner from the jacket. And this one was $6.50. The next one was going to be a Valentine's Day gift. We're still going to keep it, still going to put it out, but we're going to modify it, and I'm not going to give it as a gift. So it is called Love Is My Favorite Thing. And this is one of the books that I had just found on there when I was looking at other things. Some books I just come across on there and I'd never heard of before. So what I'll do is I'll go to Amazon and I'll check the reviews. And this actually has amazing reviews. But there was one review on there that was like one of the very first ones that I didn't see, I didn't scroll to, and I wish I had, because I agree with them. So this book was $6.70, and it's about this dog who has some trouble misbehaving and is just worried the whole time if its family is still gonna love him. And after like a whole day of misbehaving and not listening and just having trouble with that, they put him in a dark room, which I'm trying to flip to right now to show you. So there's that. And then the next page, they come in and they say, "Are you sorry?" And he says, "And I really was. I would do anything as long as they still love me." So do with that information as you will. The book closes out a lot nicer, in my opinion. It says how he still has some hard days and, you know, he might still misbehave, but his family still loves him regardless. And I love that, but Mark and I aren't a huge fan of those 2 pages, so I have a tape runner that I use for paper crafts that I'm just going to glue up those 2 pages, and that way, you know, we just skip over those. It's a little bit of a jump on the story, but, you know, the book is here. I like most of it, just not a fan of some pages in there. Do with that information as you will, like I said. The next one is going to be a Valentine's Day gift. I believe I'm going to give this one to Sophie. This was about $4.80, and this is called Love Is A Tutu. The only thing I saw on here was just this little mark at the bottom. Most of this stuff is things that my kids will do way worse with in time because they love their books hard. So this is a very cute book. It is neon pink, black and white, and it has a bunch of different ballet terminology. So it would be helpful if you know that, but if you don't, doing your best is just fine. So I really like this book. I used to do ballet when I was younger, and Sophie is very much into ballerinas and she wants to do dance and stuff like that. So I thought this would be very cute. I was very eager to get my hands on this because I think it's out of stock most places, but they did have it. And this next one I was kind of skeptical about, but I guess to me it just didn't look like it'd be super cute, but I'm really glad I bought it anyways because it really is. So this was $6.50, but it's called Mirabel's Missing Valentines. And the like retro illustrations in this are to die for. They are beautiful. I absolutely love this book and its illustrations. And it has the cutest story that I feel like fits Remy's personality really well. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to her. I didn't notice any flaws with this book. The next one is another present, but it's for Easter. So getting a little ahead of myself, but if you see books on there that you're interested in, I would get them. Sometimes books rotate back, but not always. So I knew I wanted to get this for Lexi's Easter basket. This was about $3.10, but it is Bunnyroo I Love You. It's just a cute little board book all about our love for our children, and the illustrations in it are, again, amazing. I feel like most of the books that we like, the illustrations are amazing, so I don't know why I say that every time, but the only thing on this one was it had this little dot at the bottom, so it might have like been a display book or something like that. The next couple are some winter books because we actually don't have that many, but I got The Love Letter. So glad I did. Another one I was on the fence about. I see it a lot. It is a great story about some friends and the power of your words, and how just like being kind and seeing the point of everything. Like, I don't know, just a really kind of inclusive story. Simple illustrations. Very unique. So I think the girls are really going to like this. I'm very eager to read this one to them. Forgot to mention this was $6.50. This next one is Snow Sisters, and this one was $5.90. And this is a lot simpler of a book than I thought it would be. So you can see down here, it's just mentioning different words. So I got this because I thought it'd be like a really elaborate sister story. It's not, but that's still okay because Sophie can read these simple words, so I think she's going to have a great time trying to read this book all by herself because it really is just those simple words all the way through. And it still is a sister story. We actually don't have very many, but either way, it's an adorable little book, and I know that they're going to love it. So this next one, I did this at the bottom of the jacket all by myself, and I'm so angry at myself. I accidentally placed this one on the tile where there was some snow, and I didn't see that, and then I tried to wipe it off, and it kind of rubbed off the cover, but that was all me. The only thing that wasn't me was this right here on the jacket. That's it. But this is called Words in Your Heart, and this is just a story all about very simple illustrations in this one too. But it just is all about the power of words. And I just want to start conveying that more and more to our girls as they get older, and the more they can think about the different things that they say to people, because that stuff does matter. And this one was about $5.90 too. This was one that I got off of Amazon. I believe it was around $16, but in my opinion, very much worth it. I follow various Instagram accounts that are dedicated to children's books, and it's dangerous because I saw someone post about this and I immediately went and got it. But it's called North Pole, South Pole. So it's actually a flip book, which is really cool. The girls have been really into the Arctic weather and just the environments lately, and you have one side that is the North Pole, and this is what the pages look like. So I like that the book itself is also a little bit different as well. You know, you're reading it vertically, not horizontally, and then you flip it over and you can learn about the South Pole. So I thought this was a really unique book. I like that the illustrations in it are really lifelike, but also really beautiful at the same time. And it has a lot to learn in here. And I know the girls are going to go crazy over this page because they love, love, love orca whales, just like their Aunt Kiki, which is my sister Kirsten. So yes, very excited about this book, and one that I have no problem paying full price for because you get so much out of it. Very unique. And then the next one is something that I have had on my list for quite a long time, and I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce this, so I apologize ahead of time. This one was about $4.40, and it is Natsumi. I hope I'm saying that right. The girls are very interested in Asian culture right now, so I actually have a few of them in this stack. I think there's 2 more, maybe 1 more, I can't remember. I'm constantly trying to diversify our library, and I find the most natural way is to just go with what they're interested with at the time. So right now with Over the Moon and Abominable, which are 2 of their favorite movies right now that I definitely recommend because I think they're adorable, and I think they also have great messages, but they love those movies. They're very interested in Asian culture, so I just wanted to, like I said, just get books that they're interested in. This book is about a little girl who has a big personality, and she's struggling to find things where she can let that shine and show that off. And her grandpa actually walks with her, and she ends up kind of surprising the whole family at the end of the book. It's very cute. I think the girls are going to love that. This is another one that has been on my list for so long. If I go back on my Amazon list, it's been on there for a while. This was $5.90, but it's called Spencer and Vincent. This is a story about jellyfish brothers, and one kind of gets swept away in a wave or a current or a storm, something like that. I can't remember, but basically one of them is going after the other, and it's all about just like rooting on your sibling, and also at the same time being able to do things yourself. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain without reading the whole thing, but I really like the message in here, just about being siblings but also being your own person. Very cute. The next one is one that I had not heard of until I was on there, but this was about $5.90. It is called Our Flag Was Still There. So it's all about Miss Mary, who made our American flag, and about the different women who helped create it and the story about it. I found the illustrations very interesting and different. I also liked in the back that it also had the timeline of the different places and the different things that this flag has gone through, her original flag. So yeah, of course, I'm all about highlighting women in our American history. So the next one, another one, I might have seen this before, but I don't think I wanted to pay full price for it. This was $5.20. It's called Greta and the Giants. Love this book. So this one actually doesn't come with a cover. I haven't said anything about like if something was wrong with the book with those past three, because there wasn't anything wrong with those ones at all. And same goes with this one. So nothing at all wrong with any of those books or this one. So it's just about Greta Thunberg. If you don't know who she is, she's a climate change activist, and she is a young girl who has made a lot of impact. I really liked this. Climate change can kind of be a difficult topic with kids, and I know they're going to love Greta. I can already tell. Next, this book was $5.90, but it's called Lubna And The Pebble. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. But this book is about a refugee who is fleeing their home and traveling to a new home, and she makes a pet pebble, and how that helps get her through everything that they're experiencing, and she actually ends up passing it on in the end. I think they do a beautiful job of this being a children's book, but also highlighting some of the things that refugees have to go through. So there's that one. And then this, again, just another long time want of mine. This was $6. It is Amy Wu and The Perfect Bow. So nothing wrong with that last book or this book either. Perfect condition. I am so excited to give this to the girls. This is something that they've just become more and more obsessed with the more they learn about Asian culture. They love it. They love the Disney short film called Bao that they have on Disney Plus. Girls are obsessed with it, so I feel like they're really gonna like this, and I think they're really gonna like Amy. And also, the next book I got, this one was also off of Amazon. I can't remember quite the price it was, but it's called Allie All Along. This book is about anger, and it just starts off with this little boy who is coloring with Allie, and her crayon snaps, and she goes through the different levels of anger, and he's helping her find ways to calm down. This book is amazing. Amazing. It has really, really simple sentences. The message is just, I can't. So it's just talking about her being very angry, and then I gave her a pillow to punch so she wouldn't break other stuff, and she just goes through these different levels of anger. You can kind of see that right here, until she gets all the way down there, and then she asks for a hug, and there you go. So love this one. So if you have a kiddo who has some big emotions, especially with anger, I highly, highly, highly recommend this book. It is great. It looks a little loved already because one of the girls has loved taking this to bed. She has really enjoyed it. She's also the one that I bought it for. So it has been a really, really great book. And then lastly is one that I cried 3 different times reading. And then when I had Mark read it when he got home, I cried another time while he was reading it. And I was looking over his shoulder. I just had to look that time. I wasn't even reading it. And it's called Outside Inside. So as we all know, we are in the middle of a pandemic. We live here in the United States. Things are really bad right now. They've been really bad. And there's a lot of emotions that go with that, even as an adult, let alone a child. So parenting through this has been a challenge, and it's been really hard to manage all of this in a really healthy way and also take care of our kids, take care of ourselves, and just have these open and honest discussions while also just being age appropriate. And it's a lot. It's a lot. And I know that if you're parenting through this, you know that too. So this book encompasses everything that I've felt as a parent, and it's put it in a way that I feel like kids can understand and that they can relate to. So it's just talking about how one day, on no extraordinary day, we all went inside, and it was talking about, you know, how it all just kind of stood still, but there were a lot of people who couldn't. And I'm going to try and not get teary-eyed or cry about this, but, you know, I have several family members who are essential workers. I have family members who are frontline workers. My husband is an essential worker, and there's just a lot. There's a lot in here. So I try not to tear up, but honestly, and like this page alone, it breaks my heart. It makes me happy. It makes me sad. It makes me all the things. But this book is just like an ode to the frontline workers. And then, you know, it just kind of goes through a lot of the different things. And then this page just reflects on all the reasons why we have stayed inside and we've tried to social distance, wear our masks, stuff like that. It's just like an ode to all the people who can't or who we've lost. So many different things. This page and the other one just gives me chills just looking at it. Not even reading it because I know I'll cry. But I love this book. You know, if you have a lot of emotions about the pandemic and you know that your kids are noticing what's going on and that this is a strange time, you know, our girls are about 6.5 and almost 5. They are there. They notice things are different and they ask questions. And I don't always have a great answer because sometimes I don't even know, you know, being 100%. This book, I can't even talk about it. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me to have this and to be able to read the girls this. Yeah. If you're going to buy anything, I highly recommend buying this one. I got it off of Amazon. I had to wait a little bit longer. 1,000% worth it. It needs to be like a bestseller for kids' books. Let's make it that, because I think so many of us can really understand this. So the author also did put a little ode in the back about this time, why she wrote the book the way she did, and even stuff about, you know, the activists last summer and just so many different things. Just like amazing. 100% deserves your support and full price worth of support. So yes, that is everything for our book haul. There's a lot of books, but we are reading a book a day in homeschool. And that's not going to end anytime soon. Let me know down in the comments below what your guys' favorite kids book is. You guys know that's definitely not going to be the last time that I buy books. I might have already placed another order at kidsbook.com. It's not sponsored, guys. I just love that website. It's so affordable. It makes owning books a lot more affordable. So I highly recommend it. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks for watching.